What's up, everybody? A little bit different of a video today. You don't see my pretty face, but today we're joined by a fellow Canadian collector by the name of Sunny. You might know him on Instagram, sunny.hobbies. Hello, Sunny.
Hi.
Very nice to join you today for this very special occasion. I actually came over to Sunny to essentially swap some USD for Canadian, but I didn't end up doing that. Shout out to the Canadian currency conversion boys in that group chat. But we have a pretty special video today here. We are going to be opening up a BGS sub return. And it isn't just any BGS sub return. There's some really big hitters in here. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Regarding the prices, it has went up a lot. So when I submitted this, because I was able to do a 100+ card submission, it was 15 USD per card for grading fees.
Okay.
And then now they just do a standard $35 per card, regardless of how many.
Wow. So yeah, that's the thing I wanted to ask. Just in general, what do you think the price jump from BGS and PSA is going to do to like just slab cards in general? Like here's like a BGS 9, but like, do you think even 8s and 7s will become more valuable because of the price jump just in PSA and BGS and stuff like that?
I personally don't think 8s and 7s will become more valuable, but like 9s and 9.5s and 10s may do a little bit hike. Exactly. The biggest difference is that a lot of the cheaper cards will be, no one will want to submit them anymore.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that hopefully that'll help. So here, that first card, sorry, I didn't even announce what it was. That is that's a FMR, right?
Yes,
FMR Red Eyes, and it got some really good sub grades, as you can see. Something I've never done a BGS sub, but as you can see, 9.5 everything but centering, and that's really harsh on centering. Just the back, that's I think what got it.
Yeah.
Right?
This is technically a gem main card, but centering really killed the score. Yeah,
the front, and the thing is, that's what I found, especially with PSAs, they're a little bit more lenient with centering on the back, but on the front, that's an issue. And this one got actually one of the subgrades. It got 10, so it got corners 10, and a first edition injection fairy. Sorry, what's the centering on that? I just wanted to see that.
Centering is a 9.
9, and that's actually pretty good for a. Okay, it's a little bit off. It's a little bit off, but in general, injection fairy lily. We have another one right here, and it did even worse. As you can see, the injection classic injection fairy lily centering 7. This is pretty much with like all LOD stuff. You have this centering. It's just like very, very notorious, right?
That's why if you have a PSA 10 or a BGS, I would say 10 LOD card, it will be really, really expensive because most of them are just naturally so off-centered.
Yeah,
and I don't know what happened to this one. One has a 3. Do you get a corner band? It got a really big corner band here.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Okay. But that's weird. It actually went onto the surface subscore instead of a corner. Corner is still 8.5. So maybe the corners, they only do it for like an actual corners, but then if it goes inward,
if it's a bend, I think I think it just goes towards surface, which is interesting. Ooh, okay, here we go. The ghost rares, and actually, how I met Sunny. Let me just put something to rest here. So I'm gonna call out somebody in the comments. Actually, I'm not gonna call out anybody, but heard someone calling out Sunny as just a someone who's an investor, somebody who's just in it for the money. Actually called him, what do they call him? A crypto guy who's just come in here to just get it for the money. But you know what? I met Sunny way back in 2018 for this reason pretty much alone, just to pick up ghost rares. I picked up a complete set of ghost rares from Sunny. That's how we first met, because this man right here, aspiring to become the biggest ghost collector in North America. And I could probably say he's gotten there. Only how many cards are you looking for in 9.5 stuff?
We are looking for this card. So the Vivian Dragon, a Utopia Ray, and also a Draco Exquisite. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
So these two cards, assuming they're mine, because I think there's 4 copies in this total sub. That's a Leviathan. I pulled them out of packs, and unfortunately, I didn't get a 9.5. Oh,
that's so. But you got 2. Oh no, they both got 10 for edges. So and this one even got a 10 for corners, which is pretty crazy.
Maybe I can go and sub this one back in for a review and then bump the surface from a 8.5 to a 9.
That would get it.
Yeah, if you take a look at the surface here, this one is actually pretty minty surface.
I don't see anything unless it's on the case.
I may sub this for a review. Let's move on.
That's the thing with BGS though. You have to expect a little bit more strict grading service. Like that's what the subgrades, with everything, they look at the actual cut of corners. So people will look at cards and think that like, this is a mint card, but the corner could actually be cut off and it wouldn't get a 9.5 like this. So check this out. This is a Starlight Rare, and it's actually the first 9.5 that we're showing off. If you get, in my opinion, if you're to get a 9.5 BGS, you can quantify that to a guaranteed cross grade to a 10, and I would almost value it even more than a PSA 10. Just because you have all the subgrades there. With a PSA 10, you don't know when it was graded, how they were feeling when they were grading it, right? That's the thing that I do like about BGS over PSAs. You do have these subgrades, and you have the reasoning why they got whatever they got. Mm-hmm. And so Shark Drake, actually, we pulled this twice on the channel. I wonder what, actually, no, the ones that we got, both of them, I think they both had surface scratches right out of the pack. So that's unfortunate. So what's this right here? This is interesting. I don't know OCG.
I'm not too sure on this. This was actually, I think this was submitted by Casper. Shout out to Casper there. Okay. He is a Canadian, also a Canadian OCG collector based in Alberta. So if someone sees a Casper around in Alberta, say hi for me to him.
There you go. Shout out
Casper. Something regarding your remark against BGS to PSA earlier. So in my opinion, I agree with you that BGS grades the cards more harshly than PSA, and often in that regard, it gets a lower score. However, the market, at least for the American market, because in China and in Japan sometimes it's a bit different, they regard 9.5s as lower than PSA. So that's why you see that in American markets, a PSA 10 can go for a lot more costly than a BGS 9.5. However, as you can see from the card here, we have a pristine BGS 10. Is this card actually in TCG? I'm not exactly sure.
I think it was just recently printed in TCG. What's it called?
So in all markets, as far as I know right now, in all markets, BGS 10s are worth a lot more than PSA 10s because they're just super hard to get.
So hard to come by. That's the thing. That's what I was saying. Like, if you get a 9.5, I think that's a huge win from BGS. I know some people who have been upset about getting 9.5s, but here we go. This is huge. So this is a Blood Mephist. And so what are the different versions of this? Is this the best? This is the Champion Series, right? So this is the best one?
There's a better one for I think it's first prize and that second prize.
Okay.
So the ultra rare version.
Ultra rare, yes. It's the same code, right? But just
same
the
code,
rare
but ultra rare. And I think the ultra rares are going for like 10 to 15K now.
Yeah, and that's just raw value, right?
Raw value.
So this is, and actually we haven't been mentioning prices, but this is probably one of the more expensive cards that we've looked at so far. Yeah. So,
I think this was submitted by Glen. Thank you, Glen, for trusting.
There you go. That's pretty awesome. And again, prize cards, that's not something that you usually see. Especially for me, it's not something that I usually pick up. Here we go, though. This is awesome. This is a 9.5 Ghost Rare.
Very rare specimen to come by.
And it got a 9 surface for what reason?
Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything on the foiling. Clean foils are so hard to come by. Actually checked it. We pulled 15 ghosts, not including like the Gold Series Ghost Rares on the channel. And there's like almost all of them have had some sort of print lines. Actually,
I found the print line. There's one print line going across on back here. It's pretty unfortunate.
Another thing I found is PSA is a little bit more lenient with print lines. Like if they kind of understand that, like, okay, they're gonna give it a pass if it was a printing issue, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like, so if you have like one print line on the back, they might still give that a 10. Whereas BGS isn't gonna let that slide. So this is so what was that? There's a
BGS 9
Star Eater. This is a pretty awesome card. So
this one's pretty low pop in high grade for PSA and BGS.
This is pretty awesome. I don't even think I've seen this. Definitely doesn't.
Oh, Rainbow Zenith Dragon. I think that's it.
Does this have a TCG? I don't think I've seen that in TCG.
Yeah.
Does it have a TCG?
Rainbow Dragon, the Zenith Crystal Beast in Japanese 20th Secret Rare, and in pristine BGS 10.
Beauty. That's awesome. So that's the second 10 of the day, right?
Yeah, and you find that a lot of 10s belongs to OCG cards instead of TCG because they have such a better card stock.
It was like you would never find issues with like printing issues or stuff like that. Like it's more as we look at one that isn't a 10. But yeah, I feel like OCG is a lot it's a lot easier to kind of get a 10.
Or in this case, a 9.5. This is the OCG version of 10,000 Dragon.
Never pulled one of those guys.
So if you do have an American version with you, you can find that the OCG version is a lot more matte. That's the feelings that gives me off. And if you can feel the card, you can actually feel the texture of it.
Okay.
So
I've never pulled the North American version, so I wouldn't know. But here, look at this. We have another one. Check that out.
Okay, so that's 2.
And what's the subgrades on those?
Subgrades are, they're actually, no. This one is a 10 surface, and then this one's a 9.5 surface. So this is something which is really nice about Beckett, is that this card will be worth more than this one, just because, you have a 0.5 surface difference. Exactly.
People love that minty surface. I know, especially for ghost rares too, right?
And 10s are just so hard to get.
So tough. Another 9.5. We have a BLS Envoy at the beginning. Beauty, same rarity. And now we're back into some TCG. What is this guy? I don't think I've seen. What is that?
This is I think it's from World Superstars.
World Superstars.
So they release these cards as part of, I think it's I forgot which year, but it was part of the prize collections.
Prize cards. Yeah, exactly.
And then they released the same cards in the World Superstars for people to pull. And this card is a personal favorite of mine. I have like over 40 copies of it.
Oh, really? It's just a Sunny favorite.
Yeah. It just looks pretty nice, darn nice.
This is pretty awesome right here. Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. We're actually thinking about doing a box. I don't know what's going on with that box break.
The box break? Okay, so I don't know. It's not getting a lot of traction, actually.
If people don't want to do it, then it's definitely just... I would say, if nobody's committed to it, I would say definitely just move on, sell it to the person who wants to buy it. But this is actually the pull card from, and we got two, actually. Look at that, we got 2 of them. And they both got
9.5.
So they both got 10 edges, 9.5 for corners, and this one had 9 surface, 9.5 surface.
So
that's crazy.
If you compare these 2 cards, I would personally value this one over this one in terms of how expensive it is, because it's just harder for a ghost rare to get a 9.5 surface, in my opinion.
Exactly, and it's like corners is like such a subjective thing, especially with BGS. It's like if it's cut rounder than one side, then they give it a bad corner. But technically, it's still a mint card. It's just the way a corner was cut. It's not that there's damage to the corner.
This 9 corner looks pretty minty for a 9.
That's what I always find. It's like they don't like the angle of the cut on it or whatever it may be, and that's the one thing that you're gonna always get into with BGS is they're gonna be that super strict. But here we go. What is it? I've never seen this card before.
It's a prize card replica.
2020. Okay, replica.
So I think I'm not too sure. It's probably a promotional card.
2020 World Championship.
So it's not the super expensive one. The super expensive one, I think is in secret version.
What's the expensive one go for? Do you know prices on the expensive one?
Prize cards probably go for like 30-40 grand now.
It's ridiculous.
They skyrocketed so much.
It's so weird. It's such a niche market, right? Like, is somebody who's gonna pay that much? There are people obviously paying that much, but it's something that I never invested in personally.
I personally don't go for price cards because, in my opinion, they just keep printing them every single year. It's going to be a different one every single year, but
there's going to be another prize card.
Yeah, there's always going to be another prize card. So when do you call a stop to like collecting such thing?
They're just they're just going to have it so that you continue to collect them, right? They're snakes like that. It's like what they did with what's it called? Starlight Rares, man. It just makes people want to buy. But that's unfortunately 9.5, so you didn't get the... Is that yours or is that somebody else?
This is mine, and I think I didn't pull this one. I bought this one off someone. Okay. And this is one of the other cards which I'm looking for a 9.5
Exactly. 9 surface.
Yeah, so if one of these, surface or centering, gets bumped to a 9.5, this would essentially be a 9.5 overall.
What did they find here, though, on the surface? I don't see nothing.
Surface, let's take a look.
Like, the thing is, especially with Sonny, he's been collecting ghosts for so long, so he, like, really especially looks for that minty surface.
Yeah, it's just the core of my collection, and something which a lot of people say that I just, you know, sell stuff for money, but I've not sold any of my ghost rares.
Exactly. That's something, yeah, that we've
the ones which I'm collecting in the 9.5s.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unless I get an extra.
Exactly. There's always a goal, right? There's always a goal, and yeah, Sonny's goal has always been, again, collecting those ghost rares, becoming the biggest North American ghost rare collector, and yeah, I'd say he's done a pretty dang good job of it. So it's that Marincess Seahorse.
This is 9. It's just tip over. And I still have a lot of my ghost rares from 2017. That's why I started collecting it.
Yeah.
It's just like...
That's the goal, right? No, like we were saying, with like, personally, I've been the same. I went after ghost rares, ultimate rares, because I personally liked those.
Ultimate rare?
I was going to say, yeah, there you go. I liked those more than, like, when I first saw a ghost rare, or when I first pulled an ultimate rare, I was like, holy crud. I was thrown back by it, and I knew I wanted to collect those when I saw them, right? Whereas, like, don't get me wrong, I'd love to have a first edition PSA 10 Blue Eyes, but
it has never been a goal.
Exactly, the goal wasn't that. It was to find all the ghost rares, and I did that. So,
like, Blue Eyes is a really good collection piece, and so is Charizard's. But
exactly.
I've never went into really big into them because, you know, like, at the end of the day, I'm collecting stuff. I want to buy and sell stuff to get like, increase my personal collection.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I just never got super interesting.
And that's the thing. It's like, you will always eventually start buying and selling, because that's something that comes along with collecting. Like, once you start, we talked about it before, once you start understanding prices, you're gonna have, you know, situations where it's like, okay, well, why would I pass this card up for somebody else to get it?
Oh, okay. This is the other two.
Okay, beauty. So how do you know which one's which?
So there's something which, this is more than educational talk right now. Exactly. So you can see that right here. If you zoom into, oh wow, the camera is really good.
Oh yeah.
You zoom into here, and you can see that this Eye of Anubis is different from this Eye of Anubis.
Okay.
So when people submit,
you can actually see, like, okay.
Yeah, I take a picture of the Eye of Anubis and then send it to them. If there's duplicates, and this way when we get it back, it doesn't matter if BGS messes up the order or not, because they probably will.
Yeah, I've had that done before, where stuff like, yeah, they'll put the cards in the wrong order, and yeah, you won't be able to just judge it by that. Sorry, so that was the two there. Is this the second? Is this another?
This is the 5th copy.
Okay,
fifth copy. So
and this one got the worst surface, and you can tell pretty much right away. I think you can see.
Yeah, there's a lot of surface scratches, right?
And this is very common. Very common.
This is print lines.
Printed right out of the packs. Another one right here. Oh, no, sorry. This is a 9 surface. But
there are a lot of these, actually.
But the corners got an 8.
Corners? No, corners are the 8. Let's take a look at the corners.
That's how precise they are.
No. I found it. This one.
Oh, okay,
This is an 8 corner.
Yeah.
However, I have PSA 10s with this corner.
That's the thing. It's like, so how do you judge it? How do you know, is that actually a PSA 10 if it has a corner like that, just because it was graded back in the day when they were a bit more lenient? You don't know. It's like, how, so you really need, if you're looking for a card for it to be pristine, you need to look at the actual card. Don't just buy for the grade, right?
Why don't we put a screenshot into your video later with a PSA 10 with a really bad corner?
Exactly, yeah.
I can dish up a few examples for you, and they're quite common.
It's true. And especially with the older ones, you're finding here some non-Yu-Gi-Ohs. Is that Magics?
Yeah, so they did a Godzilla.
Yeah. Actually, shout out, new Godzilla movie coming out. Definitely want to watch that. Godzilla vs. Kong. But no, but that's something that you gotta be aware of.
Yeah. So buy the card, not the grade. Exactly. Always make sure to go let the guide to, like, take some, you know, even if you're buying a PSA 10, take a look at the corners, because it's always corners.
Look at the grade. Never just look at the grade. It's always, you always need to look at the actual card you're buying.
Oh, okay, this is a big one. Shout out to Graded Gems, who sold this card to me.
There you go.
Back in, I think it was 2018 or 2019 summer. So back before everything got super expensive.
The spike.
The spike, yes. And it says here that we got an 8.5 corner. So let's take a look at the corners in this one.
There's got to be something here if it's an 8.5. There'd be some sort of whiting or something like that, no?
Yeah, okay, so we have a little bit of corner.
Yeah. A little bit of...
To be honest, I've seen a lot of PSA 10s worse than this.
Straight up, that's the thing, so you need to be careful. It's like, again, buy the card, don't buy the grade. Always say that.
So a lot of people do value PSA more, and personally, I respect the market for that.
Yeah.
So when you're going to buy PSA 10s, just make sure to get a picture or few pictures in, and just go over the card, because you want to have a strong 10. There's in the market, oh, this is a pristine 10, which is pretty nice. In the market they say, oh, I have a weak 10 or weak 9.
Yeah, that's what they mean by that. That it means that the grade doesn't really match type of thing.
Yeah.
The card. So you always have to look actually at the card and
PSA is just a little bit inconsistent in that manner.
And that's the thing with them. I've had them grade a completely pack fresh card. They graded an 8, but then I have them grade another not pack fresh card that's clearly got flaws, and they graded a 10 in the same sub. So I don't understand it. I just don't get it.
But oh well, the market speaks for itself. So
it's the thing. They're known. Like, if you think about grading cards, it's pretty much the first thing that pops up into mind. PSA. So
yeah, PSA. You gotta give them credit. They have a lot of marketing, and they've been around much longer than Beckett. And I think one of the other bigger reasons why people goes for PSA is, well, 2 reasons, is that they're actually cheaper to grade than Beckett. So Beckett right now is charging, 35 USD per card.
Your PSA, they still bumped it up to 20,
yeah,
but it's still less.
It's still like less. Half the price of BGS. And you get such a, in my opinion, I'm a BGS collector, but I also agree that PSA case is just, it looks better.
Yeah, there's something about it. And don't get me wrong, like, I don't mind the actual labels and stuff. I hear a beautiful card.
Yeah, this is a beautiful.
And I always love this about any OC, usually any OCG. Their ultimate rares just pop amazing. They almost look like the Asian English ultimate rares that you'll see. It's like that pop that is absolutely
like North American is less than European. And then Europeans less than Asian English and OCG.
Oh man, and they look like 3 different cards if you look at them. It's pretty insane. What's that?
This is a rush duel.
Rush duel.
They call it rush duel over there.
Speed duel, and then they make speed duel, and then they call something rush duel. Yeah, we're not going to get confused about that. That's too funny.
It's just the North American, the Japanese equivalent.
Exactly.
Is this new? Yeah, no, it's old one. 2014 here.
2014.
Okay. I'm not a really big, like an OCG collector, but a lot of people from China submit through me.
Beauty, this is awesome. So, we're just talking about ultimate rare foils.
Yeah.
This one is actually the North American foil.
This is a North American one?
So this is really weird.
Okay.
And how you can tell is actually, if you look at the stars, do you see how they don't have the circles around them? Like European ultimate rares? So this happened during 5Ds. It changed. Right, like when they hit 5Ds, the ultimate rares changed for some of the foiling. Like, it was like the European one that you see has a flatter foil, but this one is actually the North American version. This is an amazing card. We got to look at that.
Do you know the market value for this one?
This one, I would have to say
a PSA 8. Right?
I would have to say at least like $300, maybe even more. Maybe even more, honestly, because when I got this, I think I bought one around like $100, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. Now, as you know, with every other card, they spiked incredibly.
There's a bunch of these, so these are 2. I think in this submission, we're going to see about 8 of these.
Oh, really?
So these red names are called Japanese secret rares.
Secret rares, yeah.
It's all part of the 20th anniversary promos. And one of the hype ones are blue eyes, obviously.
Of course. Everybody's got to get their blue eyes. Love this card. I love the ultimate rares.
We don't have this in...
Exactly. No. We don't have the OG ultimate. Or what else? We got blue eyes that came in ultimate, and also Dark Magician.
Red eyes. No. Red eyes, we don't have ultimate rare.
No. Red eyes never came in ultimate. Blue eyes, Dark Magician, and I know Blackluster Soldier. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you guys can remember any of the other ones. Oh, and there we go. Here's another one of them.
Yeah,
secret
we'll
rare.
see about like 8 of these. So,
and so what's in terms of some of the OCG stuff that we're looking at? What was like the most expensive that in terms of like pricing?
I don't know actually. Like when people submit to me for BGS, I don't ask about value because they don't have a value cap unlike PSA.
Yeah, where the PSA has it.
So
I heard horror stories about their value cap. It's ridiculous. Where they would like people would sub cards and then they would increase the price because they
Listen
were
to me, old man. Give me your blue eyes.
Here we go.
This is a big one.
This is a big one. We need to just chill out.
This is a wavy version of Blue Eyes White Dragon First Edition North American, and to my knowledge, this card is over 20k USD.
Absolutely incredible. So
And we have a 10 corner on it, so that's, well, it has an 8 surface, but it has a 10 corner.
A 10 corner? Really?
I'll give it some credit. Let's see, look at the 10 corner. See if there's anything wrong.
No, it doesn't look like there's any issues with the corner. I thought I saw something for a second. Wow. Yeah, you know what? Very square corners. They're pretty square.
I think this was, there's a scratch on the case, unfortunately.
Of course, on the Blue Eyes case. There's actually things you can do to get that out.
Yeah, well, how do you do that?
There's like scratch remover kits.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can actually.
Okay, tell me after the video.
Yeah, no, I'll show you it.
I think this was actually, like, this is not my card. Someone gave it to me to somebody for, I think, just Adam. Wow. So shout outs to Adam for trusting me with your $20,000 card.
Oh my god, that's insane. Like, I need to hold that again just for a second. Look at that. Oh my god.
So ways for you to tell if it's wavy or glossy without actually looking at if it's wavy or glossy. One of the main things is the name. So pretty much all wavy cards have a shifted downwards name. So it's not in the middle.
Okay.
So it's more towards the bottom text. And wavy cards are often a little bit faded compared to...
I was going to say, it almost looks like the whole thing looks kind of faded. So that's pretty insane.
I can probably... No, wait. I sent my glossy 9s to PWCC. Never mind. I was going to say let's do a comparison, but...
yeah, bring them out. This is pretty awesome. So I actually pulled this in the Ghost Rare case that I opened. I'm very, very happy. The last box had the Blue Eyes. So
oh my god.
Very, very happy. Again, I haven't submitted it yet, but...
Hey, send it in.
Exactly.
So I got a 9.5 surface. That's not easy. However, I got a 9 edge, so...
What is... I think this is, again, just because the edges are like rounder.
No, edges can't be round, man.
That's what I mean. I just think that's what they're dinging. Though.
Yeah,
you
but then,
I mean?
I actually can't see anything with the...
You can't see anything. I just think the cut of the edge it's like it doesn't please them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, can you guys see something wrong with these?
I don't see, there's no...
Yeah, I can't see this one. This is a Japanese version of the Dark Machine Control, which we never got.
Exactly, so they're not going to print it. There was rumors about this getting printed in TCG.
Really?
But in for the past.
No, it's not happening.
But it didn't. But it's fake. It's a fake. They confirmed that it was a fake copy. So unfortunately, there is not going to be that. It's so unfortunate. I would have loved it, but it would have shot prices up, and it did. It actually just even the rumor forum shot prices for Ghosts of the Past up incredibly.
Ghost Rare Dark Magician Draw is still possible to be in the box. It's just that's not at that artwork.
No, that picture was wrong. Like they clearly had the OCG picture. Like you could see cleavage, I think, and like there were certain things that they matched up.
Oh yeah, speaking of cleavage, so for some of you guys who doesn't know, comparing OCG art to TCG art, they censor a lot of parts.
Exactly.
So, for example, if you zoom in,
there you go.
Okay, if you zoom in here, there's a pentagram right here.
Exactly.
So in the American arts, they would cancel the pentagram out. Also, there's boobs.
Exactly. The boobs is what everybody cares about. The waifu lovers. Let's get real. Here we have another Japanese secret rare.
So you can clearly see from this video that a lot of Japanese cards, they got 9.5. So
and that's the thing. It's the quality of Japanese is always going to be way, way better. When will you figure it out? And you know what? And I thought like eventually TCG would figure it out, but look at the new cards. It's almost worse. It's worse. Like, how did you get worse than 20 years ago? Here we go. Next secret rare, Japanese secret rare. This is a wind charmer. Sorry, not wind charmer. Water charmer. Water charmer. It's blue. And another secret rare, Blue Eyes.
This one's called Blue Eyes Alternative.
And then we do have this guy. This guy was printed in the movie packs, I believe. Another, look at that. Another 9.5. Actually, that last one was an 8.5, so can't say that. It's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, but mostly.
Mostly.
Okay, so I don't know why my client submitted this, but hey, they may want waifu cards in BGS.
I was gonna say, there you go. The Dragon Maid's obvious waifu.
It does look pretty nice though.
And then, of course, there's like what? The ninth?
The fifth copy now, I think.
And another 9.5. Have they all gotten 9.5s?
One of them got a 9.
Okay,
but otherwise it's all 9.5. So.
Awesome. Ooh, this is beauty. Again, and then something with the OCG Ghost Rares, they're also a little bit different, right? It's like the foiling, there's something a little bit different. It's almost a little bit more pronounced, it looks like. It's definitely different.
Looks so good on camera, actually.
Love that, yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have like about 40 cards in there?
Oh no, so we have another couple of big ones.
I think this is, this is mine. I think this is mine.
These are yours?
Yes, because I remember submitting 2 glossies. So here we have a 8.5 glossy and a 9 glossy.
You can see that name actually, you're right. That name is clearly a little bit more inside in the middle of the...
Should we grab the other one to
compare?
Yeah, let's do a comparison. So you can compare it here.
Very, very clearly. And like you said, the fading on that one it seems like the ink on the whole card is a little bit more faded. Right? Like look, even just the artwork, that one's a little bit more teal, you would say, and this is like a bit more like white and blue, right?
Yeah.
You can tell so much when you see them. But like when it's side by side, it's so much easier, right?
I think it was here. We're just trying to keep stuff in order.
Yeah, exactly. And then look at this. Another Blue Eyes. Another Ghost Rare. Awesome.
This one actually went up in price a lot recently, even in like American markets.
TRC.
Yeah, TRC is I think this is like over 2,000 USD now.
Wow.
Well, no, for PSA 10, I think it's like 2,000 USD-ish.
This is 2 things that people love: Blue Eyes and Ghost Rares. Oh, look at this. We got another 9.5 Secret Rare Anniversary Blue Eyes, of course.
That's a 6th copy, I think.
6th copy. So what do we got? 3 more to go.
Probably.
And a 9. Oh no, sorry, 8.5. I thought I saw 9.5 there. Unfortunately,
it's 7.5 surface also.
Oof.
Probably a lot of scratches up there.
I can see them actually, and it's not just print lines. I think it's actually, yeah, I see swirls. Yeah, swirls will always get you a
really bad score.
At least an 8 maybe. But again, those Ghost Rares, you gotta love those Ghost Rares. Red Eyes, Falair, Metal Dragon, one of the newer ones. Oh, beauty. There it is. Another pristine. And it's a waifu card, of course.
So I think this is our 4th or 3rd BGS 10 of this submission now.
I think that's 4. I think if I'm counting correctly, I think it's 4.
And all of them are OCG cards.
All of them OCG. Let's see. Is there one TCG in here? That is, of course, you have the Oracle Mana.
Borlo Savage Dragon.
Of course. And this guy, didn't this guy get banned here or something like that in TCG?
Oh, yeah, the new release.
Yeah. I think it may have.
This is a 20th anniversary for...
9.5. Love that. And another one here, but it only got an 8.5. Same card, right?
Yeah, same card. Corners is 8.
There's another one.
Oh, wait, let's put this up.
There we go. So these both got... So this one got an 8 on corners.
Okay, I can't actually see. Maybe there's a small bend somewhere, but then... you know, it happens. Moving on.
2 9.5s, can't complain.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Another off-centered girl. Ooh, this one's really bloody, though. You can definitely see that bleed in the card. That's something that, again, LOD, a lot of that natural light in here. Beauty. Injection Fairy Lily. I think I have one.
7.5 centering, though.
I think I have one that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good in terms of centering, so I might sub it. I think there's something like up at the surface, though, that might get dinged. And here we have our first magic card of the day. Or sorry,
no, second. The first one was a Godzilla.
You're right, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Technically, the Ghidorah Godzilla card is a magic card.
And more. Oh, okay. And a first BGS 10 that's not OCG.
There you go. Technically, that's too funny. Oh, here we got some really cool stuff coming up. This reminds me of my childhood.
Oh,
Digimon.
Okay. Digimon. This is like the older Digimon sets.
Yeah, this is super OG. I remember these guys.
1999. Wait, how old are you?
I'm older than that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 30, man. So I definitely remember these guys. I'm pretty sure I had some of the original cards. I have no idea whatever happened to them, but they're pretty cool. I like the artwork on them. And Digimon cards, it's definitely something to look at. Look at that. That looks really cool in the light. Eh?
I'm just going to like sit like this, so then my back doesn't.
So you can see it more.
Or do you want to do the?
No, this is good actually.
Okay.
This looks really cool. That's awesome. So 9.5, and that is a. Oh, sorry, that's actually from ROTD.
Yeah, Rise of the Duelist. Yeah. So it got released first in Japan, and then someone flew it over here to let it get graded.
So this is really cool. So
1998
1998 Bandai cards. I've seen these. I was actually thinking about picking these up. They were pretty. They're still. I don't think they're too much in terms of value.
They're not super expensive.
Yeah, which is crazy because they're the first Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever printed. Right? It's not even like a Yu-Gi-Oh card, but
it's technically Bandai, so you can tell from the back.
Clearly not Konami printing. That's really funny. I love those. I always wanted to get a few of those. And here we have a first edition, I might even realize this, first edition MRL Serpent Knight Dragon. Very cool.
The sun's shining on this is pretty darn nice, actually.
It's really cool, yeah. That's actually like perfect timing in the day, right?
Yeah.
That's beauty. We have another Final Fantasy card.
Okay, so this is the second non-OCG.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, yeah. I forgot it was Pristine. I was just checking out, it was just looking at the fact that it was a non-Yu-Gi-Oh card.
How do you even do a centering on this? Like, there's no borders on the front.
That's a good question. Is it all centering 10 then for Final Fantasy cards?
I don't know. It's just a game with centering 9.5. So if it wasn't for the centering, it would be a Black Label 10.
How? I don't get it. I don't imagine Black Label 10. The only Black Label 10 would be funny. And this is a first edition at Chaos Space. Very cool. I actually pulled this in Unlimited on the channel. Collector's Rare. Very cool card.
Collector's Rares are pretty darn nice, actually.
I didn't like them at first, but it's almost like a mix between like an ultimate rare and like a secret rare type of thing. It looks really cool. I like that. So this is pretty awesome. 9.5 OCG Black Rose Dragon. Pretty cool. So just there is a first edition in OCG. Right?
No, there's not.
Oh,
so
okay.
they only they printed a lot more. But then they combined first editions to Unlims.
Another Ghidorah.
Okay, and so Magic the Gathering has been doing a lot of promos with other franchises.
And good on them too. They've been around for a while, so for them to stick around is pretty cool. And here he is, Space Godzilla.
Yes, let's look at the art here. Man, that actually looks pretty darn.
Space Godzilla is pretty badass.
It's pretty funny because it's called Corona.
That's literally like the 2020. If 2020 was a card,
it is released in 2020 as well. Actually,
oh god, they did it on purpose.
They did it on purpose.
That is too funny. Okay, so here we have.
This is a really interesting one. Like 10 edges and 10 corners.
And they gave the surface an 8.5.
Yeah, so
I don't see anything.
Oh yeah, okay. I can see some print lines on the back.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's
fine.
That's the thing with BGS is like I feel like they're way less lenient on even a print line on the back, whereas PSA you'll get away with that, and that I would agree with. Like if they looked over that, I'd be like, okay, like it was a print line on the back, that doesn't mean anything to me. So I don't know. There's some things that I do agree with PSA more, and then there's some things I agree with BGS more. So it's weird.
It's really good to like not try to pick a certain size. Try to see like the pros of each company as well as the cons.
Exactly. Yeah. If you like one more than the other, go with it, please, by all means.
But don't be like dissing the other company.
So here we go with the next card. Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. This is a really cool newer card. Just because. Obviously, being a synchro monster, love me my synchros. World promo replica. So, and then the replica, sorry, did we talk about price for how much that one's worth?
This is the Itachi and Poet. It's just like 30-40 USD for a raw card. This one I think is submitted by Oliver. I think it's Oliver.
Freaking card right here. Yeah, look at this. Can we just take this in for a second? IOC first edition. BLS Envoy at the beginning. 9.5, that's insane. So this thing looks, I am not seeing anything wrong with centering. Like
it gave it 9 centering.
How? I don't see. How is that
a little bit of a off center from bottom to top.
Yeah, but like I don't see. The thing is, I think like this would be a PSA 10.
Actually, yes.
Guaranteed. Because they're a little bit more lenient with like you can go 60-40 on centering.
So on PSA's website, they said their PSA 10 material is 60-40 for centering.
Yeah. And the back can be even worse.
Back is 75-25.
Yeah.
And then for BGS, it's 55-45 and 60-40.
It's like,
so
how do you differentiate between like 55 and 60?
It's so hard.
It's so hard. Like, come on. Like, let's get real here. So, ooh, 7.
A 7 on Rose. That is ouch.
On a Starlight. Usually, the thing is, with newer stuff, I have noticed it's a little bit harsher. But with Starlights, I thought they've been good. So
but
how did
it's
this
6.5 corner.
It's got to have a bend or something.
So over the corners, okay. So maybe back in this one.
I don't know. I see nothing on this one.
Wait, I just cursed. So either.
I don't see anything on that. I don't understand how you can do that. Maybe they messed up and they were meant to put surface. I don't even see anything on the surface though, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Here we have an old school. What is that? 1993. I was 3 years old when this card was printed.
This is called a Mods Pearl from Magic the Gathering Power 9. And you can actually see from this playmat here, which is drawn by Dan Fraser, the Mods Pearls right here.
Beauty. This is actually a custom hand-drawn playmat. This is not printed. This is hand-drawn here by a very, very popular Magic artist.
Okay, so, moving on.
And then here we have another anniversary. Sorry,
no, this is 2018. Yeah, there's the envelopes. Yeah.
Oh yes, those envelopes. Yes. Those were going for a pretty penny for a while.
It's got a 7.5 corner. Let's look. Yeah, another one which doesn't make sense.
You got it.
I don't see it.
I don't see bends or anything.
You know, we'll figure it out off camera.
Yeah.
More Final Fantasy.
And Appaloosa. Very, very cool.
A base 9.5. So in Beckett, we call base 9.5 as 9 surface and then 9.5 rest. Or, well, 9 something and then 9.5 rest.
Everything.
So it's like
three 9.5 subgrades.
Yeah, so it's the base requirement to get a 9.5.
Okay.
And
another one.
I think I sent in 5 copies.
5 copies, okay.
Just because I really like these.
Guys, we got a big hitter coming up here. Check this out. Ultimate Rare Elemental Hero Shining Flame Wingman. Not just the regular.
10 centering. That's pretty
10 centering. That is immaculate. 10 centering, 9 corners. So the corners are the worst. If that corner got a 9.5.
That would be a really nice one.
That would be
this
beautiful.
card is probably, I don't know, $3,000, $4,000.
Easy. Elemental Heroes have gone insane. Anything graded is crazy. I don't see what they're saying about the corners here.
So, if you want to send in cards to Beckett or PSA, PSA is usually a bit more lenient on corners.
Yeah.
And Beckett is usually a bit more lenient on edges. So
okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's something which I found.
I've had noticed some edges. There's issues on edges for BGS cards, and they haven't gotten dinged, which is weird.
Yeah,
this is pretty cool. GBIs have gone crazy.
This went up so much.
So even the ultra rare GBIs.
Yes,
have gone
I think. No, ultra rare GBIs today price is last year's secret rare GBI.
That's something that's absolutely nuts because I have a 10 Slifer Ultra that but when the time I graded it was like $150. And then now it's like ridiculous. So very, very cool. And here we have another. Wait, is that the
this is
the DOD?
The DOD, the Dawn of Destiny.
And how much? So what's the price difference on the DODs and the DD?
This one's probably half price compared to GBIs.
So yeah, that's very cool. Something that I was never into collecting the promos just because I felt like there was like a lot of them out there and that if they were graded, they should get good. But hey, to each his own. So, but Ultimate Rare, Earthbound Immortal, absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. And this is from Stardust Overdrive. So you guys know all about Stardust Overdrive, those first edition.
I think you pulled a few packs on her.
Oh yeah, quite a few. So pretty awesome. And here is a Joey's. This is actually.
It looks pretty nice.
Who subbed that?
I'm not too sure.
I was gonna say that's. But again,
it's pretty cheap card.
To each his own. If you want to sub it, then sub it. That's what I always say.
A lot of people just wants to even sub damage cards because they just want it in a case.
Exactly. Just to have it in that case is it's worth more to them. and they just like, yeah, they want to have it there just to, you know, just for that nostalgic purposes. So very, very cool. Again, there's probably what the 5th championship card, but here is a TCG Starlight Rare.
I think this is mine. I think. So not everything in this sub is mine. I do commission grading for many people, like dozens of people.
And again, if you guys are interested, and I'm going to put it at the start of the video too, if you guys are ever interested in doing any BGS subs, definitely hit up my guy Sonny. Great dude, and he'll be able to help you out. Pretty awesome card right here too. So I think I actually
Water Dread, did you pull this?
I picked up a Euro print one of these for like extremely cheap. It was like $50 Canadian or something like that. So
I'm pretty sure this is a lot better looking in Euro print. You know, American print is, you know, it's pretty just flat.
Yeah, exactly. It has that flat look. But those Euro prints, they're absolutely beautiful. So here's another one. So what was that first grade on
9.5 and 9 on this one.
9. This one got 9 and 9 surface and corners.
And then 9.5 centering.
It's one of those things that I guess you're not going to find the corner issue here. But here we go. This is something that we need to take some time to pay attention to. Check this out.
The number 1 waifu card in TCG.
Literally the number 1 waifu card. I wouldn't even say go beyond that and just say all of anime. Like, look at this girl right here, a 9.5 Dark Magician Girl first edition from MFC. Something that I've always loved about MFC is it was never printed it was never printed in excess, even in unlimited, or even in the reprints. They never reprinted it, you know what I mean? So MFC's always been something that's so hard to come by. And a first edition Dark Magician Girl, absolutely insane. What does a 9.5 go for, you think? Around
this
the same
one,
as it as
7 to 8 grand or more USD.
So probably just around the same price as maybe just a little bit under than a PSA 10, no?
PSA 10 is probably 10 right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But the thing is that it has a 9 surface, as you can see here. So a lot of people will penalize the value for the 9 surface.
Exactly, yeah. Now, I mean, it's a plus, but it's also a negative of subbing with BGS.
So BGS, like, I personally will value high grade 9.5s over PSA 10 value.
Exactly.
So if you get like 10, 10, 9.5, 9.5, I take that over PSA 10
exactly. Any day of the week. Just because it says 9.5 on it doesn't mean, but this is absolutely insane. So here we got, and only another 9 surface though. So
yeah, so it's a basic 9.5.
I don't see any foil scratching.
I don't see foil scratching. Okay, I see a little bit of scratching right here.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a proper grade for it.
Yeah, and again, PSA probably giving that a 10. They're really lenient with back damage or back scratches.
I actually did crack. This is funny history. So back in 2017, I bought a PSA 10 Honest first edition Ghost Rare off someone for, I think it was $200? $400, $200, something really cheap back then.
Wow.
Okay, and I didn't have a 9.5 Honest back then. So as you guys should know that I try to collect 9.5 Ghost Rares. So I cracked that. And then I found out there's scratches here and scratches on the back. As soon as the BGS, it got exactly the same score as the copy here. But then by the time I got that copy back, I also got another copy in 9.5. So I'm like, okay, I want to, you know, people value PSA 10 more, so I'm going to crack it. And then
send it back to PSA.
Yeah, and it never got back to PSA 10.
Of course. That's the thing. You don't know. Like, the grading standards were different from that one person, from person to person, or from like year to year. You never know. So it's like, yeah, if you crack something, you run the risk of not getting something that you
try not to crack something unless if you're, you know, you're the daredevil.
Exactly. You need to have some stones on you. Actually, funny that we say that on this card right here. Probably one of the favorite cards on the channel. The first Ghost Rare we pulled on the channel. And it was actually the first card I ever graded. Got a 10. Pretty insane. But my buddy, 416 Rare Cards, actually got one of these cards, graded it a 9, resubbed it, and they gave it a 6.
Oh, shit.
How?
Wait, PSA?
Yeah, how? Exactly, right? So you never know. You don't want to run a risk. And what if they damage it when they put it back in? So
I mean, PSA has damaged my cards before.
Exactly.
I mean, when I'll talk about this on here. No. Okay, so I found out why this is a 8 surface. You can see here. There's a little bit of a printing white speck. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera. So it's a print issue. So you can see that it's white.
Oh yeah, there's like some white specks over there, and that's actually on the card update. Here we go. This is another OCG Ultimate Rare that we were talking about,
and very expensive even in the TCG market.
Well, exactly. And this is something that I've seen so many people, even again people in TCG market, value and value high. And this thing got all 9.5s, which is pretty insane.
9.5.
That's pretty insane. You could easily, and the thing is about a 9.5 and a 10, it's like on one day that might be a 10. So it's all subjective. That grader might have graded it harsher than another grader that might have, but it's pretty insane. But yeah, no, that's it.
That's it.
Holy crud, we're done. That does it for this absolutely insane BGS sub. Sonny,
thank you very much for coming over.
Thank you for showcasing this incredible sub. And again, if you guys are ever interested in doing a BGS submission, make sure you hit him up. I will leave his Instagram link in the description. And until next time, peace.
Peace.
Oh my god! No